Is it possible for an immigrant worker to change the way food is received and consumed in the land of dreams? This is the story of Tony Zhu. Tony was born in China, and at just 5 years old, his parents decided to move to San Francisco in order to pursue his mother's dream of becoming a doctor. Well, despite that, at an early age, Tony was forced to work in the restaurant his parents had started up. He was forced to do dishes and clean up. Well, despite such a rigorous task being given to such a young boy, Tony learned the value of hard work and earning money for himself, which would serve him really well in the future to come. Tony graduated from Berkeley with a degree in business administration and quickly decided that he needed to gain some experience in the financial world. So he started working for financial organizations that provided services, such as Square Inc. Well, despite the security that a financial organization would bring and the experience he was gaining at the time, there was the concept of a 9-to-5 just didn't gel with Tony that well. And he knew he needed to do something different and he needed to change that quickly. So that's where the idea of DoorDash came to be. So it was during this time where Tony decided that he needed to team up with his batchmates, which were Stanley Tang, Andy Fang, and Evan Moore. So it was during this time where all of them just one night realized that a lot of small businesses were really struggling to have their food delivered to their customers. They sort of realized, why was this happening? And Tony famously quoted saying, well, small businesses, the businesses at least we spoke to, was just all saying the same thing. Delivery was hard because they didn't have the tools or drivers for the job. That's where the idea of DoorDash came to be, where a platform would be built to serve small businesses, enabling them to deliver their food to their customers on time. Within 2013, within the same year of launch, Y Incubator provided DoorDash with close to $120,000 in seed money for just 7% stake of their business. This would enable them to expand their services across America. So what did Tony and his founders decide to do? They decided to expand services in DoorDash aggressively throughout America. This expansion allowed DoorDash in just 5 years to surpass Uber Eats as the second largest delivery service in America. And just 1 year later, in 2019, it reclaimed the #1 spot in terms of food delivery sales and services. Therefore, making DoorDash a monumental success and the #1 food delivery service in the US. And in just a year later, in 2020, it decided to go public. And just in its first offering, it raised up to $3.5 billion in revenue, therefore making Tony a billionaire officially. So what's the lesson that young entrepreneurs and startups can take from Tony here? Well, if you look at DoorDash in general, it didn't start off in a flashy method or with the concept of going big in one go. Rather, it started off with a lot of grit and determination in order to solve a real life problem. And all I have to say to you during this time is, with just the right grit and determination, you can solve your real life problems as well and succeed in the process. The purpose of this video is to inspire the future tech entrepreneurs by providing them with the necessary information and know-how on how to make their dreams and aspirations come true. Stay tuned for the next series of videos. Thank you.